For the TV hosts, authors, and social media influencers who travel for a living, it's only natural to wax poetic about the world's best places, the most charming villages in Europe, the most exciting safari in Africa, the most beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. It's less often we get to hear about the places on the other end of the spectrum, especially the places that freak them out. We interviewed these experienced travelers to find out which corners of the globe creeped them out the most. For some, it was unsettling cemeteries abroad that sent tingles up their spines. For others, it was guest houses with supernatural vibes. Here are the 10 spookiest destinations that people love to visit. Number 1. Rainham Hall in Norfolk, United Kingdom. This English country home may be gorgeous, but it also has a dark past. The mysterious brown lady who haunts its hall is rumored to be Lady Dorothy Walpole, who was trapped in an unhappy marriage and later found solace in the arms of a fellow British aristocrat. Stories say it was either her engaged husband or the scorned wife of her lover who locked her in her room at Rainham Hall, where she eventually died in 1726. Her ghost, nicknamed so for the color of her dress, was reportedly captured on film in the December 1936 edition of Country Life. Guests can visit the home on any of its open days throughout the year. Number 2. Vangarh Fort in Rajasthan, India. This long abandoned fortress in a valley roughly 30 miles northwest of Jaipur is considered one of the most haunted places in India. According to one story, a tantric priest fell in love with Ratnavati, a beautiful princess who lived at the fort. After Ratnavati spurned his advances, the priest cast a spell that prevented everyone in the fort and the surrounding village from being reborn. Another story tells of a sadhu or holy man ordering Ratnavati's grandfather to build the fort without casting shadows over the sadhu's own house. Ratnavati's stepbrother ignored the warning and built a towering addition. The entire town was soon destroyed. These two curses, as the legend goes, doomed the ghost of the princess and her fellow villagers to wander the now desolate settlement for eternity. Today, guests can still visit the fort's impressive ruins, though the entire area is closed to the public between sunset and sunrise, perhaps to give the ghost some space. Number 3. Poveglia in Venice, Italy. A half-mile offshore from the Lido, the beautiful island of Poveglia was once a quarantine zone for people suffering from the plague, and it was used as a psychiatric hospital in the early 20th century. Paranormal investigators claim the ghosts of the former patients have made this spot their eternal stomping ground. The island is officially closed to the public, though ferries and charter boats will occasionally take passengers on pre-approved visits. Number 4. The Ancient Ramin in United Kingdom. This 12th century hostelry located on the western edge of the coast walls is one of the oldest in the western world. It was built atop what is believed to have been an ancient pagan burial ground, and it's supposedly haunted by more than 20 spirits, including several children and a monk. Fearless travelers can book a ghost tour at the inn in hopes of experiencing the specters firsthand. Travelers be warned. One of the most prominent spirits said to reside inside the home is succubus, a demonic entity often categorized as a seductress. Gossel says that spirit alone is a good reason to be fearful of shutting your eyes for too long while here. Number 5. Port Arthur in Tasmania, Australia. British colonists founded Tasmania's Port Arthur as a penny colony in 1830. After arriving from the United Kingdom, the settlement prisoners endured solitary confinement, hard labor, and both physical and psychological abuse. More than 1,000 of them died before operation ceased in 1877. We imagine any tortured soul would find it hard to rest after all that, and visitors to the site have reported anything from empty rocking chairs moving on their own to ghosts dressed in 19th century clothing suddenly appearing in windows. Number 6. The Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. This beautiful ocean liner, launched by Cunard White Star in 1936, spent more than 30 years in service before permanently docking in Long Beach and becoming a hotel and tourist attraction. Ever since then, visitors and staff alike have reported seeing countless ghosts on the ship. These include the lady in white, often spotted clad in a pale evening gown and dancing by herself in the lobby bar. William Eric Stark, an officer who died on board from an accidental poisoning and has been roaming the promenade deck, and Leonard Hochberg, a cook who died at sea at the Queen's Mary's final voyage and is said to now haunt the hotel kitchen. Number 7. Burg Ulfsheck in Ulfsheck, Germany. This 800-year-old Bavarian fortress has its own lady in white. In life, she was married to the lord of the castle, whose military duties often kept him away from home for long stretches. Upon learning of an affair between his wife and one of his soldiers, the jealous husband killed them both. Now the woman's ghost, so the story goes, spends eternity climbing Burg Ulfsheck stairs and wandering its hallways. The castle is typically open on weekends and public holidays from May to early. Number 8. The Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. The 1892 murders of businessman Andrew Borden and his second wife, Abigail, in this unassuming home made headlines across the country. Andrew's daughter Lizzie was accused of killing her father and stepmother, but she was eventually acquitted in the mass publicized trial that followed. Since then, guests have reported all sorts of strange sightseeing in the house. Ghost tours and overnight stays are available for intrepid travelers who want to experience the notorious residence for themselves. Number 9. Casaloma in Toronto, Ontario. For decades, both guests and staff at the Gothic Riverall Castle have reported seeing apparitions and hearing strange voices, footsteps, and closing doors around the property. The lady in white is thought to be the ghost of the maid who dies of influenza in the early 20th century, while the spirit of Casaloma's original owners, Sir Henry Pellart and his wife Lady Mary, are rumored to still haunt the grounds. Tour the home and gardens during the day or visit in October for its annual Legends of Horror events, when guests can wander a trail through some of the castle's creepiest tunnels. Number 10. Château de Brissac in Brissac, Queens, France. This 17th century Loire Valley castle incorporates two towers from the medieval castle, once occupied by Jacques de Brise, the Duke of Brissac, that it replaced. According to legend, after Brise caught his wife Charlotte and one of his huntsmen in flagrant dealt in the south tower, he killed them both on the spot. Some visitors have claimed to have seen Charlotte's ghost, nicknamed the Green Lady for the color of her dress, roaming the halls. Visit the chateau and try to spot herself. Honestly though, the stunning architecture alone is worth the trip. So my cute Ghostbusters, this was the end of the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Until then, happy exploring.